Hello children, and welcome to today's Bible story. We're in the Gospel of Mark and at a part where we meet again John, called John the Baptist because he baptized people in the River Jordan. He wanted to turn people's hearts back to God again. But if we want to understand more about John, we need to go back a few hundred years. We need to go back to the time of the prophets. And we meet here Isaiah. Now, Isaiah prophesied about the coming Messiah, but he also prophesied about one who would prepare the way. And he said, "There is a voice of a man calling in the desert, 'Prepare the way for the Lord, make the road straight for him.'" And he was talking about the work that John the Baptist would do. If we come forward a few hundred years, we meet a man called Zechariah. And Zechariah is John's dad. John hasn't been born yet. Zechariah helps in the temple. One day he's working in the temple, and the angel Gabriel comes to see him. Gabriel tells him that he will have a son, and he must call that son John. Gabriel told him other things that John would do, but mainly that he would prepare the way for the Lord. Let's meet Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the mother of John. John hasn't been born yet, but Elizabeth is expecting John. One day she has a visit from Mary. Now, Mary is expecting Jesus. Elizabeth says to Mary, "My baby jumped for joy when we heard your voice." You see, Elizabeth was full of the Holy Spirit, as was baby John, and they knew that Jesus was near. Let's go back to John the Baptist. Not a baby anymore, but a grown man, and he's baptizing people in the River Jordan. He baptizes Jesus. But we can see from these stories that we've had that God had a purpose for John even before he was born. Here we see King Herod Antipas. Not a powerful king, because of course the Romans are really in charge. King Herod had married a lady called Herodias. Herodias was really married to Herod's brother Philip. Now, John the Baptist would say to Herod, "You shouldn't marry Herodias. It's not lawful to do that. Of course, she's married to somebody else, isn't she?" Now, Herod knew John was a good man, and he liked to listen to him. But Herodias was very angry. She wanted to kill John the Baptist because he had said they shouldn't be married. So to keep Herodias happy, Herod had John put in prison. Shall we join our story now? It's King Herod's birthday. John has been in prison for some time. But let's see how King Herod will celebrate his birthday this year. It was Herod's birthday, and he was having a very big party. He invited all the important people from Galilee, commanders of the army and government leaders. I expect they had lots to eat and drink, and perhaps they brought him some very nice presents. Herodias had a daughter, and that daughter came in and danced for the party guests. When the girl danced, everyone was very pleased. So King Herod said to the girl, "I'll give you anything you want. Anything you ask for, I will give you. I will even give you half of my kingdom." The girl went to her mother, Herodias, and asked her, "What shall I ask the king to give me?" Herodias said, ask that John the Baptist be killed. The girl went back to King Herod and told him what she wanted. The king was very sad, but he had promised to give the girl anything she wanted, and the people eating there with him had heard his promise. So King Herod could not refuse what she asked. Immediately the king sent a soldier to kill John the Baptist. It was much later that Herod began to hear about the work of Jesus. Remember, Jesus had sent the 12 disciples out to preach and to heal in his name. Now some people were saying, this must be John the Baptist raised from the dead, or perhaps it's Elijah. This worried King Herod. But now we must leave our Bible, people, and we'll be back next time for the next story from Mark's Gospel.